Thank you to the EA Creator Network for making this video possible. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm here with my very glossy fairy sim self. I'm so excited because I was so lucky and I got early access to the new expansion pack Enchanted by Nature, and so I thought what better to do than make a long play while we explore all the new build items and test them all out. So if that sounds like something you're interested in watching, then make sure you grab yourself a drink, a snack, a blanket, get comfy, and let's get into it. Alright, so this is a lot we're going to be building on today. It's literally in the middle of a tree, which I think is so cool. You could build such a good tree house here. That's not exactly what I'm going to do today, but I thought regardless this would be a really pretty lot to build on because we don't really have anything like this in the game. So I thought, why not test it out? I'm not going to go for a tree house like I just mentioned. It's going to be more of an eclectic sort of fairy cottage, if you will. And I'm gonna build it on this side right now. I know the entrance is over here with this really beautiful bridge, but just the way the lighting is on this lot, it's better if I work from this side, but then at the end we can rotate it and you can see how it looks when you're actually walking up to it. But there was a little bit of landscaping I wanted to do just because I think it kind of suits this build. I wanted there to be a little pond because I think that's super cute, and just like a little hill situation. Now, one issue with this build, it might not end up being an issue because for some reason, like my game's still acting as though there is mods, but I had to take them out because this is an early access edition, so not everything is up to date in terms of mods and everything because it's not out for the public yet. So there was a couple of issues with those when I was trying to open up this world for the first time. However, I actually just lost my train of thought. What I was trying to say is that my typical mods don't work, like the tool mod and things like that, and so we might run into a couple of issues with that, but hopefully it won't be anything too bad. Also, I've started building and I kind of forgot what my intention was. I am looking at a reference picture, or I was when I did the original shell of this build, but right now I'm just going based off of the build I kind of made, like my sketch phase of my build, if you will. But it's kind of hard to tell all the measurements that I have. I'm pretty sure this is a 4 tile here, and then I know I have a tower coming off here. Maybe we'll just put it right there. Also, I've been having this weird glitch happening with my game where I'll make a room and it just doesn't give me a ceiling. So if you're noticing that that's happening and maybe you've experienced the same thing, feel free to let me know the solution because I don't know what that is or why it's doing that. But I have a couple of turrets in this build and then a couple more little bump outs. I'm gonna do it maybe like this. And I know there's another turret back here. Also, I've really tried my best not to look at all of the items in this pack because I wanted to have like a bit of a first reaction kind of thing when I did this build. Now I have seen some because I was trying to get a sense of what I could build with this pack just so that this video would go a little bit smoother because I am trying to get it out hopefully before this becomes accessible to the public because I want you guys to have like a little, I guess, preview before it actually comes out. But that means I will have to possibly pull an all-nighter. It's currently 8 p.m. right now for me, and this might be a longer build, and we'll see how well my computer handles exporting this in time. So we'll have to see, but my hopes are semi-high right now. So I'm thinking that this can be like that. And then maybe that doesn't need to be there, and then we could shrink that a little bit, maybe something more like that. And I want this build to feel quite quirky, for lack of a better word, because I want it to feel like the sim has kind of I guess, renovated it over time and just used what they've been able to find around them to build it, because I think that feels very much like the aesthetic of what this pack is, at least from the snippets that I have seen. So that's what we're gonna go with. My original thought is that I wanted to do a elven sort of build, and I still really want to do that, but I think I'm realizing that combining other packs with it might work better rather than using it as a showcase for the fairies pack, because a lot of the stuff is a lot more rustic and things like that, and I still want to do that build justice, so I think I'm just gonna leave it until I can really give it all the attention it deserves, I think. So I'm just gonna try and figure out the foundation right now. Since this is gonna be a pond, I'm just trying to decide what's gonna be stilts and what's gonna be just normal foundation. And I'm just gonna replace the water. We'll definitely have to polish this up because that does not look great right now. If I just put it all the way to the edge, my only fear with that is that then it's gonna look a little too like unnatural, I guess. So I'm gonna try and adjust it a little bit. Maybe I should shrink the tool. Wow, it really just like floods. Oh, I think I could actually lower it a little bit. Oops. Okay, maybe something like that will work a little bit better. And then we can just tweak it a little bit on the side here. Okay, cute. I like that. I want to make sure that I get the stairs right though before I get too deep into doing any of the other landscaping, because I want it to be functional. Though with the fairies, you actually don't need the stairs because your sims can fly there without cheats. I'll show you right now, but if you just click here, if your sim is a fairy, they'll have the option to either just fly there slowly, or you can have them instantly fly, which is essentially the same thing as teleporting. But look at the magical fairy dust. Isn't it so pretty? I guess when you do fly here, they do need to use the stairs. If I just do this and go instantly fly here, I think they go small and then yeah, just teleport, so they don't actually need the stairs. So I'm not too worried about whether the stairs will be accessible or not, because I am building this in the fairy part of the world, but I will still try my best. It should be accessible as I have it now, so we'll just go with that. And I'm gonna try my best to use as much of the new items as possible, because I really want to just explore this new pack and showcase it for you guys, so that if any of you guys are curious or debating whether you should purchase or not, this video can hopefully help you. I will say I have gone through all of the cast for like female sims, and I wasn't too blown away. Now, I'm not much of a cast person, so it doesn't really matter for me, but I know a lot of people like to just make sims and things like that, so some people might be disappointed with that. I think it felt a little empty in cast, honestly, might be the best way to put it, because I can't really complain that it's all like fantasy based because it is a fairy pack, but this stuff doesn't feel very versatile, I guess. But I mean, granted, it is like a fantasy based pack, so it's kind of hard to mesh those two because you don't want either end of it to feel, I guess, empty. So I think they really poured all their effort into making it very whimsical rather than a multi-purpose pack, if that makes any sort of sense. Also, I'm thinking this actually needs to come out a little bit more. I will say though that the wing options for the fairies are spectacular. I'm actually really blown away with the variety that comes with all of that, because I think in previous fairy expansion packs for The Sims, people haven't loved the wings. Like, it was very basic. Now anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not actually too sure because I never had those expansion packs or really played with expansion packs on older Sims games. Also, if you're curious on how I just got more of these little adjuster things, if you hit Shift C, it'll give you more of the rounded ones so you can get a little bit more specific with the shape of your roof. But yeah, I know a lot of people were a little bit worried about how the Sims fairy wings would be, like if you could customize them and whatnot, but I will say I'm very happy with them personally. I'm not really an occult game player. I mean, as you guys might be able to tell by my channel, I like to do more realistic builds. I don't tend to do many fantasy things. Despite loving fantasy myself, I just find doing realistic builds in The Sims is kind of my preferred genre of build, I guess. So yeah, I won't necessarily be using the wings or anything, but I really liked all the options. And like, you can change, I'm trying to show you my sim here, you can change all the individual colors basically, and they also catch the light so beautifully. And you can also draw on them like you can with tattoos with the update that we got with businesses and hobbies. So you can really just customize them to be whatever type of wing you want, and I think that is super cool. So I just messed up my stairs there. Yeah, so I'm just kind of chipping away at the shell right now, trying to decide how I want it to look. I think for the most part, I'm going to keep it pretty similar to the little reference photo I have going. I mean, the reference photo that I'll put up on the screen for you guys is more so just for the shell, whereas the one I'm looking at, which is my actual build, is more so for like the wallpaper and the little details that I wanted to add. Because sometimes I get really caught up in those things that it takes me way too long, so I usually just decide to do like a little rough draft of a build before I actually start building it, so that you guys aren't too bored if I'm, you know, going back and forth between the smallest things. Also, I think all of this should be medium wall height. Maybe we could pull this one over a little bit. Maybe this one will have a little double roof situation. Maybe something like this. Also, the builds that come with this world, like the ones that were made by Sims creators, are so gorgeous. I'm in love with them. The detail in them is impeccable. I will try to show you, like, just from a distance, like that's insane. And especially with the restrictions that EA gives to the builders, because they want to make sure each world is, you know, playable for even lower end computers. Like, they want to make sure the game can run, so there's certain restrictions on how you can place the objects, how many objects you can place, budget, things like that. And I think they did such a beautiful job with all of those restrictions. Like, I wouldn't really be able to tell that there was restrictions if I didn't know that already. So props to all the builders. If I can remember, I'll try and put their names on the screen so that you guys can know who built what. Also, something, I'm confusing myself with this roof right now. Okay, I want this one to be the main small one there, and this one to be the main one there, and I shrink it like this, and then I'll copy this one, and then I will lower it so that it goes like that. Okay, better. And I think that looks good. And then now I'm just gonna add this floor piece or ceiling piece, just so that when it's time to add spandrels and, you know, wall trim and things like that, everything snaps pretty easily. I guess I will also take another one of these and put it here for this little side bit here. I wanted this bit to have another chimney originally, but this lot is a little bit smaller than what I was working with, so I'm going to have to improvise. I had one on this corner, so I was going to try and make it a corner chimney, which is a little bit unique. I've never really attempted that before, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I could fit another one back there. I can't see too much of it is my only issue. I could maybe bring this in one and then have the wall come out like this. It's kind of cute with the roof going through it, but not very practical. It definitely makes the bump out a lot smaller, which isn't my favorite. I kind of want it to be a little bit more visible because this is already smaller than what I had originally, so I'll do it like that. And then now I'm just going to try and focus on this roof here. I had a little slanted roof like this. I lowered it and I curved it. Also, there is now a feature where you can put plants on your roofs because it got added to a base game update, which it works because of, I don't know why my brain is so laggy right now. My sentences are extremely slow. What I'm trying to say is with the new expansion pack, we got the ability to place plants on roofs and have them snap like this. However, they decided to add it as like a base game feature as well, so you can literally just like copy and paste plants onto the side of the roof without having to like angle them with the tool mod or anything, which I think is so cool. But since I'm making my roofs very shapely, I guess, it's gonna make it a lot harder for things to snap. Like I'll get that little notification where it tells me it can't intersect with roofs, and that's because it's like curved. But if you have just a standard roof from the menu that you don't tilt or anything, it should be a lot easier to just snap them on there, and then you can just delete it and it's all connected like one object. So I think that's super cool, and I definitely want to explore that a little bit with this house. I'm not going to cover them, but I think it might be nice as a little touch here and there. So that's super cool. And also with the same base game update, we can now have glass wallpaper, which means you can do like either really pretty modern builds or like cool greenhouses, and it's literally just glass wallpaper, and it looks like either windows, or it's just really good at making like floor to ceiling, or like this one's a really nice clean one, it has no lines. Or there's some really beautiful ones like this, or this new one from the new pack. This one kind of looks like fairy wings. I think it's so beautiful. It's slightly on the busy end, so I feel like you might need to like break it up with certain things, but either way, it's a really gorgeous feature. So between that and the plants on the roofs, I think we're going to be able to make some very cool builds. But I wanted to put these little almost dormers on the side here. We got little dormer features with this pack that I'll explore at some point, but I want these ones to blend in with the roof that I already have. So I'm gonna do that. And I honestly think that might be good for our shell here. I don't know if this needs to come up one more. I think maybe I'll do a half wall situation up here. Maybe something like this. Yeah, and then you know what, actually maybe we could take another half wall. Wait, let's use like a really tall one. Oh, I was hoping that would be a lot taller than it was. Why are those shrinking? I don't understand. Oh, maybe because it's going from like the base of this. So let's actually just do a normal wall first, and then we can put that half wall on top of it, and that way we can have like a double chimney feature. I think I'll actually make it quite low now so that there's different heights between the two chimneys. I think I want this one to be even more obvious it's a different height. Yeah, okay, I think that's super cute. And now we can just go in and start doing some of the wallpaper. So there is a fairly wide variety of wallpapers that we got with this pack. They're definitely, in my opinion, all exterior wallpapers, though I guess depending on the type of fairy home you're going for, they can definitely be interior wallpapers. but I see them a lot more as exterior things. We got this really pretty birch one, which I think I will be using primarily. There's some nice texture on it. There's this mossy stucco one. This one comes in a lot of different color swatches, so that's fun. There's this cobblestone one with a bunch of moss, which I think is pretty. I like this swatch the best, so that's the one I'm going to use. And then there's also this shingle swatch, which kind of looks like dragon scales to me, which is super cool. And then there, of course, there's this very pretty mural one. This one I would deem an inside wallpaper. And yeah, that's kind of the review of the wallpapers. There is this little glass one as well, like I showed a little bit earlier. My first thought on this pack is that the stuff feels very cartoony in terms of textures. I don't know if that's just a me thing, like something about these stairs looks very cartoony. I don't know how else to explain it. And a little bit same with these stones. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think as someone who likes to do more realistic builds and likes the look of the newer textures, these feel almost a little bit dated, but granted it is like a whimsical pack, so it makes sense that it's a bit more on the cartoony side because it's not really based in reality. So it's just something to consider when you know, or something to think about if you're considering to purchase the pack. Now, granted, I have a set sort of building style that I prefer to do, so don't like take my advice as the be all end all. I know this pack will work great for some people, but just for like my realistic suburban family homes, like I don't see much of this stuff being applicable, at least not on the exterior stuff, but that's okay because it's not meant to be for realistic suburban homes, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go in and put some of the wallpaper around. I want to use this birch one primarily on here, I think. And I was also thinking about using it in combination with the Snowy Escape wallpaper that it looks like this. It's kind of like a version of the Tudor style wallpaper that we got from Get Together, but I like the texturing on this one a little bit better, and the thinness of the wood I like better. So I'm thinking we can use that. I just have to figure out what spots. I think originally I had it there, and then I was also considering using it there. And in combination with this mossy stone, I kind of wanted to use the one from the Castle Estates kit wallpaper. I don't know what word in there is pluralized and what isn't, so forgive me. But yeah, I'd like to use this along here. I think this will be a nice little addition. And so maybe we'll use both of that there. And then I like the birch wallpaper here. I think that's cute. And then on this side, I was going to use these shingles that we got. I'm not sure what color. I think maybe a green could be nice. Originally I have a brown, but it might be nice to have a green. Or yeah, I think I had this color originally, which I actually quite like. So maybe I will keep it. Or could even go a swatch lighter. Maybe let me try a swatch lighter because I think I want to use some of the darker wood details as accents, so like the columns and the fences and things like that. And then coming into roof paint, we do have 2 new roof paints. We have this one which has like really funky swoopy looking tiles, which I think is really fun because we don't have many that look like that. And then we also have this grass roofing. I guess it's moss roofing. I think a lot of the colors on this grass stuff or moss stuff look very desaturated to me, and I kind of wish there was a couple more vibrant swatches like this grass here, because sometimes this looks a little washed out. I mean, it definitely works for the color scheme, but I think I would have liked to see 1 or 2 saturated ones, but this is still a very nice little roof situation. I just don't know which one to put it on. I don't want it to be on the whole roof. I might just do it on that one little detail there. And then up here, I'm thinking maybe we could use one of these roofings. The reference photo I was looking at had this moss roof, so I thought maybe we could try and mix and match. Or maybe I could put the moss roof down here. I like that they're like the same color but different textures, so I'm gonna try and like stick with that for most of this. I might even use some of this life and death one here, or I might even use this in green. Could be a nice touch. Another one that I liked with those roof wallpapers were these tiles from, what is this from? For Rent. That's what it's from. I just really love these roof tiles for something more whimsical. I just love the coloring on them and the variation in like the tiling, I guess. Are they tiles? Yeah, they are tiles. So I might do a mixture of that. Maybe I will keep all the roofs the same color. I also don't know if I'm saying roofs with an S or roofs with a V-E-S. So I'm also not sure which is correct. So just pretend that I'm saying it the right way every single time. I was also thinking about adding some roof detailing that we got from Life and Death, like this little, what is this called? Victorian Era Roof Crest. I like the addition of the gold, though I didn't really explore any other options actually in terms of color. This one's pretty nice. It's got like a nice little rust detail. Ooh, or we could even use this minty sort of color. I think I just like the contrast of the gold though, so I'm gonna stick with that. And just take it all the way along the top of this roof. And I'll maybe do it on this one as well. Honestly, I might do it on like all these main ones here, like that. I think that's pretty nice. And then I'm gonna apply these to the back. And we'll keep this one grassy, I suppose. Should these ones be grassy instead? Because now I'm feeling like this one might be slightly out of place. Oh, also I wanted to try using that stucco somewhere. Just keep forgetting what category it's under. Also, something I love about this pack is just the little icon that they have for it. It's like a little leaf with a star. I don't know what it is, but I just find it so very cute. So in terms of the stucco, I don't know where I should use that truthfully. Oh, I was considering using this vine wallpaper on the side here, just as a little extra something. Oh, maybe I could put the stucco on the back here. Ooh, or even this Love Struck wallpaper would look really pretty. That one there. And then I said stucco. Just have to find the stucco. I literally just had it, did I not? Okay, I'll just filter by pack instead. Maybe I'm gonna try and switch around the lighting a little bit, but I don't think any of this is gonna be better. This is the evening light. It's definitely bright, but it puts like a pinkish tint on everything, which is pretty, but it makes the shadows very, very blue. And then so I feel like the colors always get very distorted, and this feels a lot more earthy to me, so I'm gonna stick with that. But the evening light is definitely very pretty. Oh my gosh, I just said the stucco selected and then I left it again. What about this brick from Realm of Magic? No, I'm gonna try and use the stucco. Just do this one, or should I make it green? Maybe I'll just do the white like that. I also realized that I haven't put any roof trim on here, so things are looking a little bit empty. We got 2 new roof trims with this pack. We have this one with the really pretty detailing on the trim of it. I guess the whole thing's the trim basically. And then we also have a, trying to show you, but my camera keeps jumping. Then we also have one that matches the moss roof. I just have to find which swatch I used. Maybe this one? I wanted it to be the orange one, That one's pink to me. But I don't like how washed out that one is. This one looks like little strawberries on the roof. That's cute. I guess there's that one. It definitely blends in. Okay, yeah. And I feel like you could also mix and match them with the ones that we got from Cottage Living or Island Living. I think that could be a nice little combo. I definitely like this wooden one that we got, but I think to make it a little bit more whimsical, I'm going to use the one from For Rent instead, because it has this really pretty scallop detailing. So I'm going to use that. Maybe I'll use the purple one on these dormers instead. And I could use it here, but I just love the look of the roof trims from For Rent. I think they're so beautiful. I really like this flag one as well, but the white trim on it makes it look almost unfinished still, so I don't usually opt for this. Like, I want it to have that same thick trim that the one I was just using has, but yeah, maybe I try and branch out and use it today, but I'm thinking I'll just stick with the good old faithful scalloped one. Also need to make sure that all my roofing or wallpaper is getting clicked onto the roof. Alright, so I think that's the wallpapering done. I think we can maybe go ahead and start playing around with some windows and just little details. We got essentially two sets of windows, like two different styles. So first off, we have, let me just get down to one floor so my camera doesn't jump. We have these wooden ones here, which are the Sylvan ones, like that's kind of the brand, I guess. And then we also have the fairy tale ones, which are definitely a lot quirky looking, very organic shaped. And these are some of the swatches. I think I'll use a combo of both of these today. I don't see myself sticking to just one in particular, but these Sylvan ones are so pretty because there's some variations that look like fairy wings or butterfly wings. I guess they would be fairy wings in this context, but you can see some really pretty options with like this larger one here, and it just looks like a whole butterfly or something. It's very gorgeous. I think that's the larger one, and then there's like some smaller versions too. I'm considering using these on part of my elven build when I get around to that, but then there's also some like simple white swatches and some simple black swatches. I think the Sims team has heard us loud and clear by now when we ask for just a simple white and black swatch on everything at this point. So yeah, I think they're all very cute. The one thing is there's no medium or tall windows, which is okay because I feel like these are kind of stackable and you can make them look like they can take up the whole space of the wall while still looking intentional, I guess. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you can get a good amount of coverage even with the smaller windows because you can stack them and such. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure what color windows I'll want to go for here. I think maybe on this one I might go a little bit more organic and pick these ones here. Ooh, also some of these apply to curved walls, so that's really nice. I'm gonna try and come down again so that my camera stops jumping. So this is the default swatch, which is like the blue one. I think this one might work the best for our color scheme, or maybe this one. Honestly, any of the wooden ones I feel like could work. I really like the darker colored ones as well. This one looks very candy-like to me. This one looks like cotton candy. It also reminds me so much of Bibble from the Barbie movies. I'll try and put a picture up of Bibble now if I can remember. If you guys know, you know. I was obsessed with Bibble. If any of you watched those Barbie animated movies from like the 2000s and you had them on disc, did you ever watch like the Bibble cutscenes? Because I remember that being a thing. Or there's like Bibble mini games or something. Yeah, I love Bibble. I honestly feel like I should own a Bibble stuffed animal or something at this point, but Alas, I do not have one. I don't even know if they make them, but that was very much a side tangent. All that's to say is that those windows remind me of Bibble. I almost wonder if I do want to go the more organic route on this side and just make it look like the windows are kind of cascading upwards. Could be a little bit fun. It might look kind of weird on the inside, but let me just explore a couple of the window options. That one's got like a darker green blue sort of pane to it. I guess that's not the pane. What would you call it? Like interior framing, I guess? My camera angles are really just not fantastic right now. I think it's between these two swatches. This one might be nice to add a little bit more warmth and contrast in, but this one helps tie in some of the lighter colors, so I don't even know. Do it like this, I think. Maybe we could use one of these bigger windows up here. I wonder if I should have like a statement window, like with these cuter winged panes, but maybe just for consistency, I'll go with this. We also have some really pretty like fake balconies and little window boxes. These ones have gnomes on them. Once again, I'm really trying to not have the camera move that much. I'm not sure why it's being so difficult. But yeah, they have like little gnome homes or fairy homes. This pack has a focus on both fairies and like a little bit of gnomes. Gnomes aren't like a playable sim, at least not to my knowledge. I could be wrong on that actually. But there's like a little town that's designated to gnomes, like the little harbor town that's a part of this world. And so they're just kind of a little addition to this world, which I think is cute. We also have some really pretty corbellers. I really like the purple. I feel like you could put a shelf over that and make it quite pretty. And then we have this new like wall trim. Again with the Bibble color scheme, but I will be using a more neutral one. I'm thinking maybe this one. This matches the wood that I use from Snowy Escape pretty well. I'm gonna delete it off of this portion. If you want to delete just individual sides rather than the whole thing, you just hold shift and click, and then it will delete that one specific side instead of the whole wall of it. And you can do the same thing with placing, where you just hold shift and it'll just go as a one tile thing. Or a one wall thing. My mistake. Maybe I'll use this as the chimney again. Just wonder if that's going to get a little bit repetitive, because now what do I use over here? Do I use the Castle Estates one again? I guess I could. It's not too bad. Okay, I want to use that really pretty fake balcony under this window maybe. Ooh, slightly too small. I'd get precise measurements with the tool mod, but like I mentioned earlier, my mods are not working. Maybe I will try this cottage living one instead. I think that could look pretty cute. I think Cottage Living and Enchanted by Nature, this new pack, will merge quite nicely together. They've got a very similar feel. One's just a little bit more fantastical than the other, but even the two worlds feel quite similar. So I think they'll be like a nice little combo deal. Like if you have Cottage Living, I think this one will complement that pack very nicely. I'll put another little detailing here if I wanted. I don't really think it's too necessary, but the more detailing the better, I suppose. I wonder if I should just make this slightly smaller and then have the window box frame it a little bit better, but we'll come back to that. Oh, I also do want to put some of these spires on my towers. Should I put gold on these little dormers? I guess they're not exactly dormers, they're just little roof piece bump outs. I guess I'll add them for fun. I did want to try the actual dormers from this pack though, and we did get some pretty new plants as well. I can't access the Enchanted by Nature debug / live edit right now without my mods. I tried just putting in like debug, like I can give you an example, the good old fashioned way, but then if I put it in like this and I have it filtered by, oh, I actually take it all back. I can access the debug maybe. Oh wait, this is all the normal pack stuff. Is this all debug? Okay, I take it all back because I tried to do this earlier because I wanted to find the debug plants from this world and I wasn't having any luck, but now it's working. So crisis averted, because there is some really pretty ones in here that I want to use, like these ones or the giant mushrooms. Oh, even these ferns are really pretty. So we'll go ahead and use some of that for the landscaping. But for these ones, I won't be able to eyedropper tool it, so that's gonna be a little frustrating and definitely something to get used to. But yeah, we have like all the big mushrooms. That'll be really nice and handy when we start getting to the landscaping, but I am very much jumping ahead right now. I should have explored this before. I mean, I tried to, but it didn't work. Now it's gonna toggle everything as like all the new items as though I've read them or looked at them, I guess. So that might not be too handy, but we can always come back. But what I was trying to say was that we got these pretty new plants. These ones are very whimsical, but I love them. The leaves are very wing shaped, which is super cute. And then I really like this one, which is like, it's kind of like a take on a hosta, but like fantasy style, if you will. But even if you use just this swatch, I feel like you could tie it into some more realistic builds. But yeah, those are really pretty. And then we also got this fun roof detailing, which is a chimney, but it's very crooked and it's super cute and it comes in gold. I'm actually gonna use that somewhere, maybe just on the side here actually, and I'll delete it there. What I was trying to look at before I got distracted is the dormers. So we have these ones here, and then we also have some ones that are more like grass roofs, so I might tuck one of those in on this side. I want to find the matching grass that I used, but I really don't know which one that is. Maybe it's this one. I guess it's not too far off, but to match the windows I'm gonna go with this one instead. I'm gonna move it over by one though, so that you don't see it clipping through the roof here. And then back to this side, we will use these ones, or we could even, oh, this I don't know how you say this, so I'm not gonna attempt it, but this flowering plant from Island Living would be so pretty on the roof. Oh my gosh, it's everything I hoped and dreamed of. It's just a large plant, so it's very hard to find a spot that it will slot onto on the curved roof. So, but it's really pretty, so I'm going to try and use that in more places if I can make it work. But I think some of these might be a little bit too curved. And I have move objects and stuff on as well, and that doesn't really seem to help with what you can and can't place on certain angles of the roof. So I'm hoping that's something that can get fixed eventually, or at least changed with like a mod or something, because otherwise there's no real way to life hack it. I guess unless you were doing like something with the tool mod, but that would be really finicky to try and match the angle and stuff. Also, there's a whole bunch of debug plants I haven't even explored, from like Life and Death and Love Struck and all of that. So if you see me just kind of taking my time in the debug, this is why. Or Yeah, actually I guess most of this is debug, but like these little poppies, or I think I saw somewhere that they were listed as pansies, but I don't think that's what these are, because when I think of pansies I think of those low-lying flowers in Animal Crossing, the ones that I always hope never to get because I never want that to be the default plant on my island, yet somehow it always seems to be. Okay, anyways, I'm getting really sidetracked again. I just need to get the windows in and then we can go ham on the landscaping. I'm trying to decide if I want all the windows to be enchanted by nature or if I want there to be some variation. I think since this is supposed to be sort of like a first impression and exploring the new pack, I'll try to keep it with just the enchanted by nature ones. We got some really pretty doors as well, which matched those like fairy windows that I showed earlier. Maybe I'll just use this one on the side. I was debating if I should like put one over here, but I think just windows might be better. Oh yeah, before I was doing windows, I was trying to do the dormers. My brain is all over the place. I don't know how you guys follow these videos, but I appreciate you for sticking around regardless. I think our options are going to be a little bit limited because I'm trying to match it to the roof paint color that I've used. And it doesn't look like there's second variation, so we're just going to go with this base one here then. And we'll use that. And then now we can go in and do the windows. And I'm going to filter by pack again just to make sure I find the ones I want. I think I'll leave this one windowless. I think there's enough detail going on with that wallpaper. And then we can put the door there. For this little tower section, we could use these longer ones. Maybe? I'm not sure why they aren't really placing. Oops. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening just there, so maybe we'll opt for these smaller ones. Maybe I'll do this lighter color. I kind of want them to cascade upwards, like this a little bit. I don't think I'll put them on the back. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I'm just not sure. Well, I guess I could continue it that way actually. Like that a little bit. It's interesting, that's for sure, but I kind of like it. And then I wonder if I like sneak a couple of these like off in the corners. Maybe I could put that one there. Maybe, oh, actually maybe I'll switch these so that the smaller one is up here and the bigger one is here. Cute. Honestly, they're small enough where you could maybe even fit them in here too, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. And now for the back, we could maybe use some more of these ones just in a funky shape. I think this might be where the kitchen is, so I'll maybe only do it on part of the build. We can also go in and add a bunch of ivy because I think there is some. Let's actually take a look at the wall decorations. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty ivy that came with this pack and Wisteria. Again, which is why I think it would work nicely with Cottage Living, because Cottage Living also has some Wisteria. But like all of this can just be put over a window or like curves around it really nicely. That's actually really beautiful. I really like the texture on that vine. I know I was saying everything looks kind of cartoony, but on this kind of wisteria vine situations specifically, it looks very like detailed and I guess more up to date, whereas this one I guess it's a bit clunkier or chunkier, so it looks a bit more cartoony. I guess it's a lot more stylized, but I'm really liking this one here. I think that's so gorgeous. What other colors does it come in? Ooh, I like that one with the orange blossoms. This is nice because with the, oh, I might pick this one, the more muted one, because with the cottage living, you can't change the color of the wisteria vine. Oh my gosh, that's such a cute little wall display. Okay, absolutely, I'm going to be using that. But with this pack, you can change the colors of your vines, so that's really nice. And I will be taking advantage of that in this build. Oh, there's also no roof trim on the back of these roofs. Okay, let me take off my filter by pack, and I'll put this one back. Okay, and then now we will go back and look at the vines. I also haven't even taken a look at the houseplant feature that comes with this. I don't even know how it works. What are these? Some other little... Okay, wait, so if I take this pot and then I take this... Stop it. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. This is so magical. So you can literally mix and match any pot you want with any of these houseplants. Wait, this actually might be one of the best ideas the Sims team has ever had. Oh my gosh. I love this because I always feel like I can't use the same plant in any room. Or like I can only use one plant per room. One of the same style of plants per room. Why is that so difficult to say? But with this, I can switch out like the leaves and have a different pot, or I can switch out the pot and have the same leaves. Oh my gosh, this is so magical. Oh my gosh, and they come with different variations. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, also on the topic of Animal Crossing, this looks exactly like one of the objects in the game. That's so funny. Even this planter, it looks like the biotope planter thing. If any of you play Animal Crossing, you may know what I mean, especially with the succulents. If I can find or remember to put up the images of the Animal Crossing plants, I will do that. But that is so marvelous and so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm actually over the moon with that. I can't even vocalize how happy I am with that. I know I might not sound extremely chipper, but I was trying to keep my voice a little more calm and try not to get too excited at certain things, because I know people sleep to the videos and I don't want to like jolt anyone awake at my excitement. But trust me, I'm very excited about that. I feel like this stone pathing would be really pretty. Again, from Cottage Living, like I said, they're just going to go so nicely together. I might actually use some of this Realm of Magic tile here. I guess I need stairs going onto this ledge as well, and then also onto this staircase here. Okay, I think I have to fix the terrain before I can put stairs there, so I'm going to try and adjust that quickly. It's still not working. Maybe it's because of these stairs. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I just don't think there was enough space. So maybe we'll just have it be a little quirky and off center, I guess, but intentionally off center. I want to find some like purple wood stairs for this to match the for rent. Oh, don't know why that didn't replace the stairs. To match the for rent stilts that I used. So I'm going to use the matching for rent stairs, which have this cute little detailing as well. Okay, I once again got sidetracked. I was going to try and do like ivy and stuff over here around the windows, and then I lost the plot. I think we need more windows here. I still want the Enchanted by Nature ones. Ouch, I just hit my elbow on the desk. I do apologize if you heard that. It's almost my funny bone. That would have been disastrous. Actually, I haven't used this one big window yet, so maybe I will do a combination of these and then this one. I'll do that there. Okay, wait, let's actually put this on this side so I can have that hang over it. And then I'll do this one on this side, and then that can cascade like that. And then maybe just to keep it simple, just put one in the middle there. Cute, cute, cute. And then for this, I'm wondering if I want to use maybe some of the new glass wallpaper that we got. But I don't think I want it to be the whole room. This one's also gold, so it looks really pretty and reflective. That's very magical. I want it to slot perfectly into the paneling here, but that's not really gonna happen, so I'm gonna have to make do. I almost wonder if this should be just like a full glass room instead. Might be a little bit intense though, so I think I'll keep the glass to this side. Okay, so I've started adding some of these columns here. These are just the more simple spiral columns that we got. They're a lot more thin, and then we also have these chunkier ones that have a bit of that Celtic influence. I really like this pack for that reason, because there's a lot of little Celtic aspects to it, so I think that's super nice. And yeah, so I think we use some of those here. I'm just not sure what color. I might do this brown one. I like how that looks. I'm gonna use those ones on the main house, or I guess the main bump out, like that entranceway. And then maybe on this stone side as well. But maybe I'll change the color there. And then maybe on the back here I could add some more, or honestly, less might be better at this point. I think it's getting very busy and I don't want it to get too overwhelming to the eyes. Like, as I'm looking at this, I think I need to pick my battles here, because I think I have a lot of windows on this side and a lot of windows on this tower. So I either have to pick all these windows and no windows on the tower, or vice versa. I'm thinking one statement window might be a little bit better. Like if I took this one and maybe just deleted that and put the little overhang, and then I can still have maybe like one like this. And I'll get rid of that. Let me actually look at the other. Oh yeah, this one's a lot wider, so it will fit a little bit better. Ooh, I like that swatch with the little purple. That's super nice. Maybe I'll do it there too. Okay, I think that's a little bit better, because I think it was just feeling a little bit too chaotic. Oh, I could even have some hanging below. Is that too much, or is it just enough? I do not know, actually. Maybe I'll try and get rid of it and just do it a little bit more like that. And then I haven't used any spandrels anywhere, I'm now realizing. But there is some really pretty options for them. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them best here. Oh, okay, you can see them kind of here. Again, with like the wooden knotted detailing. Same with this. And these have like a little, like the head of a Scottish thistle on the bottom of it. At least that's what I think it's supposed to be. So that's super cute. I don't think I'll have place for these on the outside, at least. I'll try to find some spot for them on the inside, but for now I think that's fine. And now we should probably get a door going. Honestly, that little purple one could be really cute. Or maybe I do one of the more natural looking ones. Oh, I kind of like the green there. I think that's nice. I don't even know what the color scheme is at this point. I'm just kind of mixing and matching anything and everything. I'm gonna come into the plants and see what I can snap to the roof. Under roof sculptures, now that we can add plants to the roofs, all the plants that work for that are in this category now. At least I think it's all the plants. But it doesn't work for debug plants. Like, it has to be the ones with actual monetary value, at least that I've found. that might not be the same everywhere, but that jungle adventure plant is a nice touch. It's very colorful. But I think with how the rest of my build looks, I should maybe try and keep it a little on the softer side, a little less saturated. I can also try to use some of the new plants. These ones don't really angle the same way the other ones do. So I'm gonna try and find spots where it looks semi-normal for them to be there. But it might be a little bit hard to blend them. I know there was a grass plant that I was looking at that worked pretty well when I was testing this out, but I'm not seeing it right now. It wasn't this one, I don't think, because I don't remember it leaning. It was, I could maybe even add some of that. Yeah, I think I'm really just gonna play around and see what works. I might add this little purple one here. Is this supposed to be lavender? I don't even know. Could add that. And oh, this werewolves, or not werewolves, vampires plant works really well for our color scheme. So I'm gonna put that off to the side for a second. I'm wondering if I should just add any of this in normal ivy from Discovery University. Could be cute on this corner here. I like that. And maybe if we shrink it and put it over here as well. That's nice. I think that I really like the idea of that island living plant, but I think it might be a little bit much for what I'm going for. This is the Wisteria from Cottage Living I was talking about, so they kind of match nicely. Maybe not in those swatches that I just had, but you get the idea. I really just wanted that one grassy plant. I don't know where it is. Oh yeah, I think it's this one. The Not Grass Grass Sands Inflorescence plant. Though I do remember I had to raise it up using the 9 key so you could see more of it. But I like how that looks. I need something just below this thing if I'm gonna have that there. Maybe I just get rid of it all together though. It could be a floor plant, maybe not a ceiling plant or a roof plant, I mean. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna add little patches of this grass here and there sticking out of the roof. I think that'll be pretty cute. But I don't want to cover the whole roof. But something you could do with these little square grass patches is just kind of stick them to the whole side of the roof. I'm trying to show you, but with the angles I have, nothing is working for that. But you can like cover the whole roof with these little square patches if you don't have those weird angles. I wonder if I should put some like tree branches coming out of the roof. These are from Life and Death. Little spindly things. Oh, even this plant from Life and Death could be really nice. Not on the roof, but as like standard landscaping for down here, but we'll see. I think I'll probably do the rest of the ceiling. I keep calling it the ceiling, the roof plant landscaping off camera, just so it doesn't take too much of the time. And I think maybe we can go ahead and start doing the landscaping for the rest of the build, like on the actual ground and not the roof. Alright, so since that last clip, I have taken a break. It's actually the next morning now. I have a new cup of tea. I'm feeling ready to get to the rest of this build, but you may notice that the landscaping is actually all done. Now usually I do this on camera and I don't like cutting things out, but without having the tool mod it was very tricky to place all of this. I had to go into the basement and place it that way and then raise it up, and it was very finicky, and I promise it was not interesting to watch. It was not even fun to do, really, but it is complete now, and thankfully it's a smaller lot, so I didn't have to do too much of it like that. And then I have also adjusted the back a little bit, so I added some windows to the tower, and I also added this little glass feature in this roof here, which I think will be nice when we go inside and decorate. And then I think that's kind of all the changes I made. Oh, I did add the little chimney sculptures as well, just to polish off the little walls there. Oh, I guess I need to fix that chimney as well. And then all in all, this is what it's looking like. I think it looks pretty cute. I'm quite happy with it. I do just want to fix this roof piece here. So I'm going to try and take this half gabled roof and I'm going to make it a 1x1 tile. And then I'm going to bring in all the adjusters and then just kind of angle it. And then I will copy that onto the other side. I'll give it the same wallpaper. I'm kind of wondering if I need to change that even, because I could make it kind of like a corner piece, but then I feel like it's going to cut off this little roof bit a little bit too much, so I'm actually going to avoid that. In terms of coloring, I'm not sure what I should use. I know a couple of you got a little bit upset when I put shingles on the chimney, but when I put shingles, I don't do it as though it is actually shingles. I pretend that it's like brick, because there is no brick version, so I just try to match the colors, but you have to use your imagination. It's not meant to be real shingles, it's meant to be brick that's just like in the same color. I guess I could use this little gravel one maybe. Or what if I honestly just did grass, like it's a little bit overgrown? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just not sure I'm gonna find something that blends as well as I want it to, so we'll just go with that. I know it's not the most realistic, but this is not a very realistic build. This is very much a fantasy build. I'm gonna try rotating the lot, and now we can take a look at it with the brighter light, the evening light. I think it is really pretty with this light, actually. I was a little worried it would be too much, but honestly it's pretty nice. Yeah, I'll take a little screenshot. But you can see like just how blue everything is when this light is activated, which isn't necessarily my favorite thing, but the warmth of the light is actually really pretty. You can also just see my sim there. And yeah, like I mentioned, it is the next morning for me, and this is kind of like the first time I'm speaking today, so I'm a little bit worried. I have some like morning voice going on, but hopefully it's nothing too bad, because I am trying to get this video out for you guys, hopefully either on the release day, if not before that. Ooh, let's look at these chairs, because I kind of want to put something on the porch. Oh, these are pretty cute. Bibble chair. Oh, I like the darker wood. That one's really pretty, but maybe we could use the purple to match the other purple aspects I have going. Then there's also this pedal looking one. Is this a stool or like a regular chair? Okay, it's a regular chair. The back is just so short. I'm not used to seeing that. And then there's also this more whimsical looking one. I think maybe for the outside porch area we'll use this. Oh, there's actually not much space for a chair. I'll put it here. This is a debug plant, and then this is like a little fairy home that I think actually kind of helps fill up the needs of your Sims. So that's what this is, I think. It might be important to gameplay, but I'm not entirely sure. And then also all of this stuff is just, I'm not sure what is happening with the water here. I'm going to try and fix that later, but all of this stuff is just a debug from Enchanted by Nature, so you can even see some of the plants here and whatnot. So that's all the plants I use. And then I also use the trees from this pack. I really like this one here. I really like the texturing on it. It's quite nice. And yeah, so now we'll just go ahead and move on to the inside of the build. Alright, so coming into the inside, we have the flooring done, the wallpaper done, and the floor plan done. And so this is, I'll show you the layout that I have in mind. So this will be the little entranceway, this will be the bathroom, this will be, I'm thinking like an apothecary greenhouse kind of situation. This will be dining room, or sorry, kitchen, living room, and dining room here. We have a bit of clipping going on. And then coming up the stairs, we'll just have one giant bedroom. And in case you're wondering, this flooring is eco lifestyle. I really liked how textured it was and how it looks like several types of woods kind of put into one. And then we also have this moss stucco, which is from the new pack, and then the doors and archways are also from the new pack. I really like the texturing on these ones. I think it's really nice. It definitely looks a little bit more realistic than some of the other textures, which I like. And then I'm also using the new railing that we got, and the stairs are horse ranch, which I thought paired really nicely with like this wood texture of like the railing and whatnot. And the lights are the new pack, of course. They're literally just hanging branches that glow. Isn't it so pretty? And there's so many different variations to it as well, because there's a couple of different wall options and ceiling options. I want to try and find the wall options for you so you can see what I'm talking about. That's all ceiling. Yeah, so we have just all of these like branches with blossoms and various, I guess, layouts. So you can really kind of just make whatever sort of lighting situation you want, which is super fun. Oh, it comes with different colors too. I'm not sure I realized that. Or maybe I did, because I think I changed the color here. Yeah, I did. Oh, that one's really pretty. Or even that one. The purple one's really gorgeous. Yeah, so this is a super cute light feature. Oops, that's the wall. And then there's, whoa, if you do it like this, it kind of looks like antlers. That's so fun. Yeah, I think I'd like to use a combination of that lighting and then maybe some of the life and death lighting as well, because they have some gorgeous wall sconces. So maybe I'll even put that on the back. And just do the one branch there. And then also in that same vein of like the fairy, or not the fairy, the branched, like the flower branch lights, there is a standing light as well. But there's also this ceiling light from this pack, which is like a bunch of glowing mushrooms. I used it outside, you can see over here, but I like the yellow version the best. It feels so warm. I think that's super cute, but I'm not sure if I'll use that in here or not, because I think it's meant to be an outdoor light. But in terms of that other lamp, it is a floor lamp, and it is right here. So it literally just looks like a little tree in your house, but it's actually a lamp, and I think that's so cute. So I guess we'll just go ahead, now that I've given you the tour, and start on the entranceway. Since there's so many new items to look through, I'm not actually sure the best way to go about this. I don't know if I should just go like show all and then go through absolutely everything, or if I should go one category at a time. But I think I'll just start with surfaces so I can find some kind of entranceway table, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I've picked actually the smallest room to do this in. I think this is a desk, which is super cute. Oh, I like this color swatch a lot. I like all the different heights to that. I think that's very fun. And then this whole set is really gorgeous, and I think will be really pretty when I decide to do my elven city build at some point. So I really like that. I think it's a dining chair, side table, not dining chair, dining table, side table, coffee table, and dining table, larger dining table. This is really pretty. Ooh, I like this swatch as well. Okay, I think maybe this one could work for the entranceway. Oh, get out. You can have little mushroom shelves. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Also, I was very big into Pixie Hollow growing up, so this is kind of like making my inner child really happy. This feels like the Pixie Hollow video game, or the web mobile game, if any of you, I guess it's not mobile, it's a web game, if any of you guys have ever played that. It doesn't exist anymore. There might be like a fan remake, but that was one of my all-time favorite games growing up, and I remember decorating my house was one of my favorite parts. So this feels like exactly that, just in a like 3D scenario. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a like clothing rack, and that is so gorgeous. Wow. Oh, it's so pretty. I want to see if maybe it came with any clothing in this. Oh, it did. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, I was gonna complain if there wasn't any like clothing racks for this pack, because I feel like it's such a fantastical pack. You can't just throw on like the Dream Home Decorator clothing and call it a day, because that doesn't suit it. So I think that's really good. I like this swatch. That's really pretty. Also, with this pack, I was debating doing like a Pixie Hollow themed build or something like that, maybe even a Winx Club build, but I couldn't, like, I don't really think it would work because I couldn't find the reference photos that I wanted. I think this pack really lends itself to the Pixie Hollow style, but not so much the Winx Club style, because that's like more of a modern thing. Also, now I'm just looking at items. I just got excited. But this is the bookshelf situation, which is super cute. But yeah, so I do think a Pixie Hollow build would be very nice, like a Tinkerbell's home kind of situation, which maybe I'll do at one point. I think this is a toy box. Yeah, that's really cute. But I kind of just wanted to freestyle at this point. Okay, I really like these mushroom logs and these little shelves here. Maybe let's take a look at mirrors and see if we can use anything for the entranceway. Wow. Oh my gosh, everything is so magical looking. That's so pretty. Oh, something about this like minty swatch on all of this furniture is really speaking to me. It's really pretty. I'm also really liking the dark purple swatch. I almost want to do like an evil fairy type of build. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Maybe I'll go with this one. Maybe I'll put that in the bathroom actually, because I think we could use this big mirror here as kind of our entranceway. Also, I love this light, but it's really taking up a lot of my camera or my screen right now. Maybe I'll go with this one with the little yellow. Oh yeah, I explored all the color schemes for that already, so that's cute. Let's take a look at the rugs, because there is this one specifically. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I saw one swatch in one of the builds that comes with this world, and I'm obsessed. This is, oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's so beautiful. Also, no, I'm really upset because there's a dragon swatch and I just did a dragon build and there was no dragons. Oh my gosh, there's even a griffin. Oh, this is so gorgeous. The little gnome one too. Oh, I am obsessed. I love this unicorn one. This one very much reminds me. There's a rug that we got from, I think it's Strangerville, maybe. If I could find it, I will show you the comparison I'm thinking of. Yeah, Strangerville. And then there's this pink swatch. These two rugs very much remind me of some of the art that people in my college, like my college cohort, my illustration cohort, it reminds me of my fellow illustrators' artwork, and that makes me very happy. But I am very obsessed with this rug. I want to use it all the time. I don't even know which swatch is my favorite, genuinely. The dragon would have been so perfect. I almost want to go back to the build and throw that in. Oh my gosh. Also, on the topic of the dragons, I did that build for Fourth Wing, And since then, I am almost done the second book now. I think I'm liking the second book a little bit better, but there's still a lot of stuff that makes it very difficult to read. But now I feel like I'm so deep into the plot that I just have to push through, but it has been a journey, I will say that much, especially because I was doing it on the large print, and that was just really challenging, honestly. I don't think I just feel like the way they laid out the type in that book was so unappealing to the eye. Like, I know it's large print, but you could still make it look nice. I don't think you had to sacrifice visual appeal, but either way, I now have the normal sized font book, and I will say now it looks extremely tiny compared to the one I have been reading. Also, this leaf is giving Animal Crossing New Horizons. Why are there so many objects from here that remind me of Animal Crossing? I haven't played that in a hot minute. I should probably get back to it. But it always goes in like stages and phases for me. Maybe I'll actually use a purple one, or maybe I could even like layer them. That could be cute. Oh, I like that. I'm not sure where I'll use this one here. It kind of reminds me of the ones from Snowy Escape. Yeah, these ones here. Like, I think these could be nice complements to each other. Yeah, but for the entranceway, we don't really need anything too crazy. Let's take a look at the curtains. Oh, these are really cute. Let's explore all the swatches. Okay, so the pattern stays the same, but the coloring changes. But these are so pretty. I think I really like just this neutral one, honestly. Okay, I actually am going to switch this back to like the orange color scheme, because I think it works a little bit better. Oh, maybe I'll do the green and orange on this side here. I can already tell I'm going to overuse these curtains, especially in this build. I could do that. Let's take a look at the artwork maybe. Wait, is there only one piece of art? Oh my gosh, the other thing is locked. So here's how you're gonna unlock it. Let's hope this works, because otherwise this is gonna be embarrassing. You're gonna do bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. And then I'm just gonna refresh it so that hopefully it's unlocked. Yep. And now you have access to the other artwork. So I think, do you get this from the Apothecary thing? Naturopath career while in the lifestyle coaching branch. Okay, it's pretty cute. I could do with them maybe separated, or maybe without the diploma, because I feel like that, or the certificate, because I feel like that instantly makes it a little less usable. I'm really liking this backsplash though, which is what I believe this is meant to be. Yeah, this is really pretty. I don't even know what swatch I want to use. I'm gonna use that one. I'm just gonna tuck it over here for now. Let me look at... Okay, I will say, first instinct, I'm a little disappointed with the painting and wall options. I really thought we would have more. Like, half of this is just vines, which is okay. I mean, I love a good vine, but I would have liked to see some more artwork, because we have a backsplash and then like a career thing. And then this is a really cute item. I do like this, but I guess most of their slots got taken up by the ivy. But I don't know, I'm kind of bummed about that. I was hoping for a little bit more. Let's take a look at some of the trinkets. And what is this? Oh, it's just a little canopy. That's actually really cute. Oh, and then there's a pergola. What's this? Apothecary's tabletop organizer. Is this like an activity? No, this is just something to look at. Oh, that's actually really cute. It's like a little box of potions and tinctures and whatnot. That's cute. And then we have a balance reset kit. This looks like soaps and scrubs and stuff. I think that'll be cute in the bathroom. And then some carved wood decor. Very cute. And then this little jarred flower, also very cute. Kind of reminds me of the one from Werewolves. Then we can look at clutter. Oh, we have the freezer bunny with the little wings. I think this will be cute if you want to do like a kid's room and have them really want to be a fairy. You could give them this little plushie, or like let the wings change with the swatches. That's a nice little touch. We also have a little standing portrait. We have gnomes and a plant sim, I think is what that's supposed to be, or a mushroom girl. So that's cute. Maybe we could do, oh, I kind of like the idea that these are like portraits of the fairy's like partner or something. So the fairy could be dating a gnome, or the fairy could be dating a plant sim. Also, when I first loaded into this world, there was a plant sim talking to my sim named Allison, and I thought that was very funny because, in case you guys don't know, that is my name, which is why my channel name is what it is. Okay, so we have that. Oh, we have like a little fairy door. This would be really cute to use as bookends, which actually, now that I've said that, I might do just that. Like if you turn them this way and then maybe slot some base game books in there. Then we also have the Apothecary study set. Oh, did I already look at that? No, I didn't. I'm noticing a lot of these things are locked behind career paths, so make sure you put that cheat in that I showed earlier if you want to be able to access everything. Because yeah, I don't want you guys to not have access to the other stuff. Oh, this fireplace is super cute. Maybe let's put that over here. I think I'm just gonna kind of work sporadically because there's so much stuff to check out. I feel like it's gonna be hard to keep it organized, so just bear with me here. There's a, oh my gosh, wait. Look at this cute tiny plant. Are you kidding me? It's so cute and tiny. I feel like this is gonna be a go-to for me and probably almost every build of mine, because I really like the smaller plants, and I feel like this one and the one from For Rent that I use a lot have been my go-tos, and this will be nice to add to the collection. And then of course we have all the house plants. Okay, you can't size them down though, so the size you get is kind of what you're stuck with. I was hoping there might be some that I guess were more appropriate for a desk in terms of sizing, but not seeing that. There's a couple of different planters. Oh, this is really cute, little succulent thing. I'm just kind of going through all the decorations right now because I'm scared I will miss things and then I won't be able to give an accurate rating, I guess, of the pack. We'll put the anthurium. Do it in red for like a pop of color, or actually if I do the white or the yellow pot, maybe not. This is funny, this one's called Gnomed Off instead of Gandalf. That's funny. Plant gnome, fairy gnome. And what else do we have? That's kind of, oh, we also have this fireplace. Yeah, I keep gravitating towards this darker brown swatch because for some reason that looks like the most detailed version. Like these ones look a little bit flat to me, but then with this one you can see a lot more of like the wood grain and the contrast and whatnot. So like, again, this lighter one feels a little plain or almost not detailed compared to this, just based on contrast probably, but yeah, that's why I'm gravitating towards like this darker wood for the inside. Okay, it's trying to tell me that there's something in clutter I haven't looked at. Oh, but that's just from other packs. Okay, not the most clutter items in here, which is a little disappointing, but Yeah, I guess there is a lot of plants though, which I can really appreciate because I love plants and I always feel like we need more in this game. And I like the ability to mix and match them, so. I do want a different style though. I wasn't loving that, the look of that one. So we got those. Let's look at all the other skills. Oh, we have a nature press. Whoa, that is gorgeous. This is meant to be a bar back. Oh, that's really pretty. I feel like you can make a really pretty kind of like headboard with this, honestly. And I like that the background kind of moves because it looks like you're looking out into space. Oh, this one's so pretty. I don't even have anywhere to use this. Oh, you can't size it down because of that, like the sky thing in the background. That makes it a little less usable because it is massive. But I guess if you have a really big build, it could work. And then of course we have the apothecary table. So I'm actually going to put that in here for now. And I don't know what color scheme I'll do it in. I might just go with the darker brown again. But that's really cute. I like the open book there. Cute, cute. I didn't really finish my entranceway. I'm gonna move this into the bathroom here. And then I'll put the little... I'm gonna do the plant sim because I like the green. I'm gonna do that down there. And then I want to try and put the books in this section here. I just need to find the base game ones. Yeah, these. I think I'll just maybe raise it up using the 9 key and then I'll just slot it in. And then you have little fairy door bookends, which I think is so cute. Do it like this and yeah, I'll pick more of the earthy color scheme. And then I might just leave these mushrooms here as like a little decoration. But like I said, we don't really have any paintings from this pack, which I think that might bug me for a little while, honestly, because I feel like we could have got some really whimsical looking ones. For example, I'm thinking of the werewolves ones, if I could find them. First of all, I'm actually just going to filter by pack to make it a little bit faster. Yeah, like these ones here with like the really pretty artwork, but also the really pretty frame. I feel like this pack would have lent itself so well to having something like this, but alas we do not, so I'll just use the werewolf ones. Yeah, and then we'll get one of the gorgeous rugs from this pack. Where is it? I think this, honestly, this default swatch might be the one that suits our color scheme the best. But there's so many pretty ones. How am I supposed to choose? Something about the griffin one is really pretty to me. I also just want to know who did the artwork for this because I want to follow them on Instagram or something. I'm obsessed. But I think I'll go with this little default one here because I kind of have like that soft orange and green color scheme going. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this rug. I'll just tuck it away over there. And then we can do the living room. Okay, so I did take a look at, I think, the seating beforehand as well. I'm just gonna go comfort and I'm gonna just show all. Okay, so we have this little outdoor bench with the moss seat, which is really cute. But again, this feels very much like an outside thing, but also given the style of this pack, I think the idea is that outside stuff can very much be inside stuff in this pack. So it's really up to you. This one definitely looks like an outside bench. This is like a public bench. I really like the texture on that though. It's very realistic actually. I feel like it almost doesn't look like it belongs in this pack just based on the textures of both of these items alone. But that'll be nice for public spaces. Then of course we have the most gorgeous bed. It's so beautiful. I think the only one that could maybe rival this is the Realm of Magic one, but I think both of them are gorgeous for their own little details. Like the actual bedding on this one, like the duvet cover, is just breathtaking. I don't even know which one is my favorite. I think this one's pretty cute. But of course that's gonna go upstairs, so we'll just tuck that away for now. Then we also got a bassinet, a crib, and a bed. I think that's a toddler bed. Yeah, but we didn't get a single bed, so I don't think, yeah, there's nothing for like teen Sims kind of, unless you want to give them this massive bed, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But I wish they gave us this as like the one that could break down to become this bed, and then maybe we could have had the teen bed. But oh my gosh, it's got little freezer bunny fairies on it. Or little bats. The little acorn one's also really cute. Oh, I like this one too. Okay, the swatches on these are so precious. And I also feel like these ones here are also, the ones without like the little characters feel a lot more versatile, which I really like. But I also do like the character ones. I think those have a nice charm to them. But this bassinet is so gorgeous. Maybe this is one of my favorite bassinets in game. It's so pretty. Also, the fabric looks very soft, and it's reminding me of the baby blanket I had that my grandma made me that was like a quilt, and this just looks like fabric that I would have found on that quilt that she made me, and that makes me very happy. Okay, but going back to seating, this is the sofa we got. I love this sofa, honestly. I think it's really pretty, and it doesn't look like anything that we really have in the game, which I think is nice, and I think it suits this pack. And I like the throw blanket and the little pillows. I'm not sure what color scheme I'll pick. Maybe I'll just go with this yellow one. I'm definitely going for a lot lighter of a color scheme on the inside, but I think that's okay. Yeah, but I do wish the sofa came with a matching love seat, but it doesn't. This is the love seat for this pack, which I don't see myself using too often. I mean, I don't know how often I see myself using most of this stuff, aside from the plants, just based on the types of builds that I do, because I don't tend to build more fantasy themed stuff. I also really like the Scottish thistle on this. Oh, the little bumblebee or the ladybug. This chair is really cute. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely think it's a fun pack to explore, and don't get me wrong, I'm extremely grateful to have gotten the code for this pack and early access. It's such an amazing opportunity, but I think for me, it's maybe not the best pack, just because, like I said, I do realistic suburban homes, not whimsical fairy homes. But I can definitely see this being a good pack for people who like to do some of that other stuff. There is this little bench as well. I don't think I want that. I think I'll just stick with this here. Yeah, like, I guess now that I'm looking at it, you could do kind of a seating area like this. That could work for outdoors, or it could work for indoors, depending on the type of build you're going for. So I think it just depends, but I do like this furniture set that's a little more plush looking. Also, I need to get rid of this marker. Okay. All right, and then I guess we could put a coffee table here as well. We might as well use the one from the new pack. I'm trying to keep this primarily stuff from the new pack, because I just want to see what I can build with this pack, and if stuff feels like empty in any areas, like this is a way to help figure that out. Maybe I'll just do the matching color scheme. I don't want to cover up the unicorn though. Guess I might have to. Let's find a little plant to put on here. These are all quite big plants. Oh, we have this one. Oh, okay, these do snap to the table, so that's actually nice. I like this one here. I guess you could size the pot down by 1 and still have it work, but oh, you can have little wooden variations. I kind of like just the terracotta though. I also really like the leaves that are more spotted. There's nothing with audio. Sculptures is all of this stuff. Oh, whoa. I completely glossed over this. Is that glowing or am I like... Oh my gosh, it is. Okay. I thought it was slowly glowing over time, but I don't think it actually is. This reminds me of the tree from Pocahontas, like the grandmother willow. No TV, which I guess makes sense. And not much in terms of wall art, so I can't really do anything in that field. Maybe I could use some of the vines to kind of take up some of the wall space. That might be kind of our best option here, because I don't want it to feel empty, but I'm trying to use as much of this pack as possible. I guess that's the right swatch there. Maybe I could even find a little light to put on the side here. This one from Realm of Magic could be nice. But I think for the magical vibes, I'm gonna go with the ones from Life and Death because I really like the gold of them and the glow of them. I think that's really cute. Oh, we also got this little light, which is really cute. I see this more as like an outdoor light. I put it by the front door, but it's got the little heart mount, which is cute. It looks like a little fairy house under like a petal or something. So that's cute. And yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to add. Oh, you know what could suit itself to this build would be that touch of starlight item. Yeah, that could actually be really pretty. I'm gonna put it all over this wall. Magical. Maybe I could even, maybe I'll size it up and put it back there as well. Okay, that's really cute. Alright, I don't know where to move to next. I kind of have like this awkward space just from where I've put the living room, but I wanted it to center around this fireplace, so it kind of has to be like this, but this was going to be the kitchen area. Can I put that over the door? I wonder if I can put it over and have it still be functional, because that's kind of a really cute detail. That's so sweet. Oh, I feel like you could use this over top of one of the beds, or honestly just a bed, to make it feel a little more fairy-like. Maybe that was their intention with this, since there's no single bed, but it's the one from Realm of Magic. Also, I'll show you the Realm of Magic bed I was talking about. It's this one. This one I don't love like the actual duvet covers, but the stained glass feature is so gorgeous that I don't even really mind. Like, I love the celestial one, or even just the default one is so beautiful. I feel like that would work well in this home, but once again, I'm trying to use the what comes with the pack. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on the kitchen because I want to see how this is going to turn out. So we did get some new counters, which is super exciting because I feel like it's always a gamble on whether we will get counters or not with certain packs. And then there's also a matching island. I'd maybe like to use the dark swatch again, or maybe possibly this one. I think I'll go with the dark one. I want to see what the little side pieces look like. Okay, so we have the little rounded pieces there. Okay, none of them seem to have little shelves or anything, which I thought they might, but honestly I don't mind that because sometimes I find the little shelves can look kind of repetitive, and sometimes I'm too lazy to clutter them all up. Let's look at the end variants for these ones though. Oh, I like that. Okay, the outer corner has a shelf, but it has no built-in clutter, but that's still pretty cute. I like this as like a setup. I feel like you can make this work well for both a kitchen, or if you're making like a built-in setup for an apothecary area, I feel like that could work really well. So yeah, that's kind of all the variants there. I guess this is too small of a kitchen for it to be functional right now, so I'm just gonna add some more counters. Wonder if maybe I'll like put that shelf one in the middle or something, even though it doesn't work. I am noticing though that the countertops aren't seamless like some of the other ones that we have, like these base game ones. The marble is very continuous, but this one you can see the seam on each one, which I don't know if I mind it for the individual ones, but then when you have this outer corner piece, oh, I guess it works with the ring of like the island, or like when you use all the outer corner pieces. So maybe I'm actually judging that unfairly, excuse me, because I think this works. Yeah, you get like a bit more of a continuous pattern this way if you line them all up, so I actually should not judge it if I'm not using it correctly. Yeah, but I do think I like that as a little option for the counters. I will switch it. Maybe I'll put the fridge over here. I'm pretty sure we didn't get a fridge with this pack. Yeah, no fridge. So I think the one that I'd like to use is from Realm of Magic. Yeah, I think I'd like to use this one. This one's really gorgeous. So maybe I will use the green swatch, or honestly just the white is also pretty, or like this cream one. I think I'll use the green though. I think this living room looks really cute the more I look at it. Okay, yeah, so we have that green swatch. I'm honestly debating just cutting this wall off and doing it like that. And then maybe I can just drag this forward, just so that there's less stuff just kind of hidden in the dark. And then we can put the fridge there, and I'll put a little corner piece to connect everything. I think another fridge that could work well with this is the Cottage living fridge, because that's like a very wooden color scheme, but I want there to be a bit more whimsy in here, so I'm gonna add that really magical looking one. Or honestly, even like this base game one might work well. And then let's take a look at the sink. We have this one, I think it's called the pedal dance sink, and I'm pretty sure your fairies can dance in it, but I could be mistaken. Should we go into live mode and test that out? Because it's a good time to see if this build is actually functional. So let's have my sim just instantly fly here. Okay, okay, she can splash in the water. Wait. Oh, it's so cute. When I first saw this in the trailer, I thought a fairy came out of the spout, but this makes a lot more sense. That's so funny. I wonder if it'll give her like a moodlet, or maybe fill up some of her needs. Is anything going up? Oh, it's upping the fun. My hygiene's already maxed, so I think I don't need that. Then oh, okay, that's very cute. Oh, I left a pile of fairy dust. Can I just put that in my inventory? Okay, I'm just gonna instantly fly here, and now we will resume our build. That's a very cute feature. Oh, I should test out if you could do that for other sinks as well, or if it's specific to that one. Can I? Oh, I think I can slot it in with the counters. Okay, yeah, I really like that. I like that it's a built-in and not just like a freestanding sink. Well, it could honestly be either, but I like that it comes with the correct swatch to act as a built-in. And I also think there's no stove from this pack. Just double check though. Yeah, no stove. So instead we could, maybe I'll use the matching Realm of Magic one. But again, I think like the cottage living would work really well with this. Maybe I'll actually put the stove there and then this over there. Do we get any bar stools? Oh yeah, we did. We got these ones, so I'll add that. I'm just kind of picking this whole color scheme that it comes with because it's really pretty. But I feel like I should maybe save some of this stuff because it might be the color scheme I use for my elven build. But I don't even know when I'll do that build, so I'm just going to try and pick what I want right now. And I don't think there's any trash cans either. That was another thing I was looking at. No kitchen appliances. There is cabinets though, thankfully. Another thing that's sometimes hit or miss. Ooh. Okay, I'm liking the variations of these. I like that the half tile isn't like a curtain or anything like it is with the cottage living, because then I can kind of use it in more ways, I guess. It's just a bit more versatile, so that's nice. And then we have the long cabinet. I like that. There's space to clutter it up with like apothecary stuff, so that's cute. The corner is cute as well. Ooh, and same with the left end piece. I'm just not sure that these fit with how I have the windows right now, so I'm not sure if I'll use them. Or maybe I could, but just put them on this side. Maybe I'll use the two end pieces. Oops. And then I'll take this light and maybe I'll just put it on the wall there. Maybe I'll shrink it and have a little staggered moment. And then let's go ahead and put in that backsplash because I want to see how that's gonna look. So I'm gonna filter by pack to find it. And this, oh, I guess I left it on the wall right there actually. The only issue is the window placement, so I guess I'll have to put it a bit lower. I really like the detail on this though. It's really quite beautiful, and I like all the color variations too. I don't even know which one I prefer to use, but I guess I'll go with the... Let me look at the white swatch quickly. I think the white is maybe too white for what I have going because I have more of like a cream thing going, so I will stick with this one. We'll just use the backsplash along that way. Oh, it could be cute to add like a little garlic wreath over here. There isn't too much clutter with this pack, which makes me sad because I am a clutter girly through and through, but I'm gonna try my best to find some stuff that could work here. Again, I could put more vines and stuff, make it extra whimsical. Maybe there's those ones, or there's those. You'll do a little bit of this one, like the purple swatch. And I can put a plant on this counter too, so maybe we'll do this one, and there's the succulents. I think I've used the ficus, is that how you say it? Oh, I actually, whatever I did, got rid of the plant that I had here, which I think was this one, the pothos. And I haven't used the monstera yet, so maybe we'll use that. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, just a little decoration. Maybe I'll use the other little pot here as well because I think it's too cute not to. And then maybe we'll have, well, I guess I'm going to use this over in the apothecary section as well, but they're in separate rooms, so maybe we can double some things up, but could maybe make it look like they're in the middle of making a potion or something. Also, if we go into debug, oh, I haven't enabled it yet, but we'll go into debug and look for some of the potions and stuff that come with, okay, sorry, just had to type those out because otherwise I would not be able to finish my sentence. We can look for the concoctions that come with this pack, basically, and then we can find a little bit more clutter in that way. Maybe I'll save this stack of books for this little apothecary table here. Or actually, this is pretty decorated on its own, but I might add some more stuff over there. I really like the look of the skill books that come with this pack. Like, I think these ones are guides to natural living. And I think the covers are so cute. So I'm just going to kind of dot those around. Then we have that nature press skill, and it came with some candles, so that's super cute. So I'll add some of those as well. Maybe I'll put that over here. Could do like a couple of them. Oh, I could even put it down there. These are the little remedies I was kind of thinking of. Elixirs, that's the word. What is this? This is so cute. There's just a bucket of acorns. Okay, if you come into debug, there's definitely a lot more options of what you could decorate with, so I highly recommend doing that. Okay, there is a couple of different potions, so I feel like I could go ham with the potions in the other room. So I'll try to keep this one to food only for the most part. And I put food in air quotes, you couldn't see that, but I did because it's very food. What other little debug items are in here? Oh, I actually think I'm out of the debug items. Oh, there is a little stack of books. I completely glossed over that. I feel like I'm missing a lot of different things. So there's that. Also, I did use this mailbox outside. If we could... just here. It's really pretty and like overgrown. It's got the twisty wood, which is nice. Okay, I'm gonna start putting some of these objects in here. Oh, I should totally use this new bookshelf. Okay, that's really cool. I like that you can actually pair it. I don't know if this was intentional, but you can pair it with the smaller bookshelf as well to kind of make them work together. Or you could like merge them. Ooh, I don't know if I want the lighter version or the darker version. Maybe I'll do the lighter version just to mix it up. So you can do the bookshelves like that, and then maybe tuck that in there. Oh, that's so cute. And then we'll put all like the little potions on there and stuff. This is a dresser. Again, very cute. It almost looks like your Sims could go into this and like go to another world. It's like a Narnia wardrobe kind of thing. I think this is the bonus content. This little lantern here. Oh, this acorn is a nightlight. Oh, that's so cute. Maybe I'll use this little moss rug with the river situation as like the rug for in the kitchen. Like a little floor mat so your feet don't get tired when you're doing the dishes. Could do that. And oh my gosh, wait. Okay, I have found some wall art. Crisis averted, people. I think that once again this is under like debug or live edit or something, but there's all these really pretty like floral things, and you can make these with the nature press. At least that's what I'm assuming. There's some really gorgeous ones. I wish they just put this in the standard build and buy menu, because I would have completely missed this, and then I would have been heartbroken because I'm like, why is there no art with a beautiful whimsical fairy pack? But now there is art. Your Sims just have to make the art, or you have to do the debug cheats, which you will have seen me do on the screen, or you can always check the description. I always have that those cheats linked, or not linked, but like typed out for you guys. Okay, well that makes me a lot happier that I did find some kind of art, because I was really confused why there was like nothing. So that is a lot better for me. Makes me quite happy. I don't know what this has to be on. Maybe a desk? Ooh, here's the bar that goes with the bar back. I want to see the golden. Oh, this swatch is so beautiful. I really like this bar. Does it? Oh my gosh, the water pours and flows in live mode. That's so beautiful. I like that the taps look like little petals that you could pull, and the little potions. Okay, this is a really cute item. Very much a fan of that. Let me go back to the debug though, because I feel like I was missing a whole world of things. There's a toilet. I haven't even looked at this stuff yet. Maybe we'll just take a little side tangent and move to the bathroom. There's a toilet. Oh yeah, there's this really pretty shower. I love how natural looking this shower is. Let me just steal a light for a minute so that I can see everything more accurately. Yeah, this shower is really pretty. It just looks like a rock basically. I'm also really happy they gave us a toilet with this pack, because I feel like there's not many natural looking toilets. There's basically one that I could think of, so this is a fun addition. Oh, and it's functional off the grid. That's nice. Ooh, we got another rock item that's like a bathtub. It's like one of those corner baths. That's really nice. I like the gemstones in these. It's really pretty. Ooh, I want to use this swatch. Oh, it's a lot more pink on this one. Okay, I'll keep it with that. Little toys. Oh my gosh, a really big dollhouse, but that's okay. In case you guys didn't know, you can actually size dollhouses down using the left bracket key and they'll still be functional. Oh, it's so cute. It's just like a miniature version of all the items that come with this pack. That's a nice little touch. And okay, I think that's honestly showing me all the new things now. We can put the sink in here again. I don't know where to put that item. Put the sink here, mirror here. I'll go with that orangey color scheme there. I think if the shower's there, it might block your Sims, but I'm not entirely sure. This is a very oddly shaped bathroom, and with this little the two wall kind of section, I'm not sure the best way to place it in this room. Maybe this way, and then I'll just put the toilet here. It's a very oddly shaped bathroom, but you get the idea. We'll put this back and then add it there. I might actually shrink it in here because it's taking up a lot of space in this very small room. And maybe we could add some more plants or something in here. Maybe I'll size down this potted plant here. There's also this one. What if I use this instead, and maybe I'll shrink it by one and just tuck it against this back wall? And then maybe I can change the color scheme to something like this. I think that's pretty. I guess I could put like a little bath mat here. Oh wait, your Sims have to enter on this side, so the toilet can't actually be there. I don't know where to put the toilet. What if I shift the door over a bit and then tuck the toilet there? Then I think that all should be functional. And we'll have the little leafy mat. The Animal Crossing mat. Okay, it's a cute bathroom. It's definitely organic looking, but once again, like, that's kind of the vision for this pack, so I see it. I like the toilet a lot. The Shower I do like. I think I'm just kind of stuck on finding, I guess, swatches that are my preferred ones. I think something about the crystal, I like the addition of the crystal, but I maybe don't know if I'm loving the color variants. But there is a couple that I like. I think my issue with it right now is that I can't find one that matches this stone perfectly, and that's kind of bugging me. And like the one that does kind of match has this bright pink thing, which doesn't really work for my color scheme. But at this point, I think I'm just being a little bit nitpicky. Maybe I'll just use the brown one just to match everything a little bit better. And I guess I need to bring over our little canopy thing here. Anyways, I was working on the kitchen before I got so very sidetracked. What is this? A staircase light? Mushroom staircase light? There's a lot of lighting features that can also pass as decoration items, I'm noticing. So keep that in mind if you decide to get this pack. Like, look through every category because there might be things in places that you wouldn't expect. At least that's how I'm finding it, so... Can do the little bookshelf here. I really like these bowls of like acorns and stuff. I'll save some of this other stuff for that room. And there's like the little potions or candles. Super cute. And I think I'll just leave these ones empty for like prep and whatnot. And so now I think we can go in and do the little apothecary area. Alright, so in this apothecary area, I think we should try and, well, first off, get the camera angle visible. I think we should try and clutter up all of these shelves because I think that will be super cute. I want to put like all the potions and elixirs and things like that. A delivery bag. Also, can we talk about how beautiful the fairy urn is? Very morbid subject, but like, look at how pretty that is. It's so gorgeous. I know it's a little morbid, but I might put it on here just because it looks like a really magical potion bottle, even though it's not a potion in there. All right, we could put some of these books as well, but what I really want is the potions and like these little bowls of stuff. I think I'll put some of the candles as well. I really just want like all the potion bottles. I'm wondering how much I should clutter it up so that I can be more precise with my placement of things. Can I size these down? I can. Oh, that's gonna work very nicely then. I want this to be a different color, maybe like a green. And then I'm gonna switch the placement of these. Maybe I'll put like a pink one up here. Critter bones. Woo. Freaky. That's what this is, this object. I read the title and then I realized maybe that was just very out of context. There's also these little elixirs which we can use. Maybe I'll put the potions on this side and elixirs on the other side. Ooh, it could be even cute to have some potions on the floor. Like there's just not enough room for everything. Whoa. Momentary happiness, noxious gas. Supernatural shield, celestial protection. Oh, there really is so many. I'm actually thinking to make this a little bit easier on myself, I'm gonna do the little life hack with the Dream Home Decorator shelf. And hopefully that will make it a bit easier to place all these objects. Debug, and then filter by pack, and then scroll down. And then I'm hoping that I can just take one of these and then, yeah, just drag it over. It's gonna make everything go a little bit smoother and faster. I guess I'll leave that one there so it doesn't keep slotting. What's this one? Enhanced eyes. I think this pack makes me want to do a little bit of gameplay because I think it would be super fun to be a fairy. So I might do... Oh, I can put stuff up there. So I might do that at some point. I'm just not sure when. I like this little petal bowl. That's really cute. Put it there. And there's also a lump of moss, which I guess we will put somewhere. Maybe over here. I'll just leave the shelf there in the corner in case there's some last minute things I want to add. Could put a couple more books. I just need to get the placement of this right. I'm struggling. Maybe I'll put a book on this table instead. And I can't put the flower pressing thing on here, so I think I will add a desk in the bedroom probably, and we can put it up there. But what I'm thinking this apothecary area needs now is a whole bunch of plants. A whole bunch of plants and also that wall sculpture that I've yet to use. This little one here. This little photo in the middle is so cute. I guess it's a painting, not a photo, but whoa. This one's gorgeous. I love the color scheme of this. Wait, why does it honestly look a little bit like the house? Are you guys seeing that? That was completely unintentional. That's a very funny coincidence. This one's got a little pirate ship. That's super cute. Oh, I really like all the variations. I was kind of expecting it to just be like a one variation thing, but this is much, much better. I'm gonna go with this one because I love that picture in the middle. And then I think we will put some vines around this place because it feels essential for an apothecary area. I'm also noticing that some of these have like magical like runes on them almost, which is really pretty. I think the dried spice rack from, what is it, Laundry Day would work really nice in here, so I might add that as well. Ooh, or even this Realm of Magic stuff could be perfect. Yeah, but also the Laundry Day one is really nice. It's just a bit small in comparison to everything else, but that's okay. I think I'd like some more plants on the ground as well. Maybe I'll stray away from this pack for that, just so I can get a bit more variety in here, especially in terms of heights, because we don't really have a tall standing plant in this pack, at least not that I've come across just yet, so. Maybe I could have the magical moon petal one over here. I could put this little decoration item. And I don't think it has much of a purpose, but that's okay. Maybe we'll put this one as well. Just all the plants, really. And then I want one more for in this corner here. I also kind of want to put this little plant on the apothecary desk. It's so cute. I can't get over it. The size of it is so precious. I'm gonna use the Bibble version because I need to give a nod to Bibble somewhere in here. Maybe I'll use the, what is this, the Love Struck plant? Just off in the corner here. be. And then maybe we'll put these plants over there and kind of balance it out. Okay, cute. It's very whimsical in here. I like it a lot. I want to put maybe a touch of starlight somewhere. Maybe on the back here. I'm going to size it up. And I also don't know if we need a curtain here or not. Oh, look at the light in the afternoon. It comes so pretty through the window. Wow. Yeah, I want to go in cinematic mode for you guys. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow. I really like that. Okay, do we need a rug in here? Maybe a silly question. I think we need rugs everywhere. Ooh, maybe I'll use the seasons one. It suits our color scheme and the concept in here, and is the perfect shape, so we're gonna use that. So this is from Seasons, not Enchanted by Nature. Okay, that's our apothecary room done. I think that's so cute. Maybe, actually, quickly, I will just add a couple of lanterns in here. Okay, now our apothecary room is done. It's really nice and detailed. I think it's so gorgeous. Wow. Really looks quite whimsical. I still have like this weird space here that I don't know what to do with. I also don't know what to do with this stuff because I ended up having no space in my bathroom for it. Oh, I also did forget to add like just your classic bathroom items like toilet paper and all of that. So I should maybe quickly do that. Maybe I'll do the toilet paper from the bathroom clutter kit that has the little flowers on it, and I'll just leave it in the corner here. And then I guess we also need toothbrushes because fairies need to clean their teeth as well. There is a lack of whimsical bathroom clutter though, but I guess that's kind of to be expected. Because I feel like in a fairy pack, you're probably not too focused on bathroom clutter, so I'm not too upset about that. Okay, well, now there's at least toilet paper and toothbrush in there, so I think we're okay. And I still don't know what to do with the center thing here. Is there some kind of, like, desk or sculpture or something? Oopsies. I was gonna go show all and then filter by pack and see if there's anything I've missed. There's this bookshelf. If I just put the tub in the middle of the room. Just kidding. I could put this tree in the center of the room. I guess I could put another rug. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted like an object here. That's from Magic. What about like one of these laundry day ones? It seems kind of random. I'll just leave it empty and we can always come back to it. Let's go ahead and start on the dining room. Do I want to use this rug in here? I feel like I kind of used it in the other area, so maybe I won't. We could use the snowy escape one. Oh, what if we did like a couple variations of the snowy escape stones to kind of, well, they're rugs, but the rugs that look like mossy stones, to make some sort of path situation that kind of leads over to this main pond area. I think that could work, and then it kind of fills up the space. Though the green does feel a little out of place compared to everything else, but I think that's okay. I also kind of want to take a little picture of this area. Okay, let's do the dining area, because I think we did get a dining set. So I'm just gonna filter by pack. Can I fit this big table in here, or do I need a small table. I might do the small table just for the cutesy vibes because I love a little round table. Then we could use these lower stool ones, but I want to use the high back chairs. I think it'd be fun maybe to mix and match the woods. Or would that actually be kind of ugly? I'm unsure. I did that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Maybe I'll just keep it as the matching set. And then I will need another rug, but I think I've exhausted my rug limit with the ones from these packs down here, so I'm gonna try and find something else. Maybe a little flower rug could be cute. One that would be in the same color scheme. All of these are pretty vibrant though, so maybe we go with, what could we do instead? Oh, we could use this one from high school years, this little circle one with the flowers. I want it to be slightly larger, but I don't have the tool mod to tweak it that specifically. I think otherwise it's too large and then it clips. But it's kind of cute, so honestly I'm just gonna leave it. And then we could put, well, definitely more plants. Maybe I want some like taller ones that kind of take up the space a little bit better. Oh, we could use some of these love struck ones. And oh, we could use this little succulent holder. I think this is from Laundry Day. I never use this item though, but I think it might work in here. Yeah, Laundry Day. Ooh, or even better, actually, let's get rid of the love struck. We'll use the succulent one, and then we'll use this collection from Snowy Escape in here, which is really cute. I love this item. I typically use it as an outdoor item, but like I mentioned earlier, I think this pack works where outdoor items can be indoor items and things like that. So we're gonna roll with it. And then let's put a little plant on the table in the center. Maybe this love struck one is pretty cute, so we could use this. Maybe I'll use it in the yellow variant. And then I think to kind of magicify, that's not a word, but to make it look even whimsier in here, I'm gonna size up the Touch of Starlight item and put it on this back wall. Like this. I don't know if I should do it on all the walls or if one wall's enough. Also, the lighting's being kind of weird in this room and I'm not entirely sure why. So maybe we could put, there's this other little light from, what's that from, Life and Death? Maybe I'll just use this one though and do like the sized up and sized down versions together. I don't know if the sized up is maybe a little too extreme. Just do it like this. And maybe I will bring in the curtains here just for a little bit of extra detail. Ooh, actually the Realm of Magic curtains kind of fit perfectly on this window set. So maybe I'll use that instead. And I like that it matches that there. Okay, so cute. I think that leaves us finished for the first floor, and so now we will go upstairs and do the bedroom. Okay, so the obvious choice for this bedroom is going to be this bed. I'm just wondering if I have it rest against the glass wall or if it should face the glass wall. I feel like maybe facing it, because I feel like this is a statement on its own. I wonder if it gets any light. Not the most, like there's no time of day where it really streams in like in the apothecary room. So I will put the bed here. I think that has it lined up. And then let me go back to the color scheme. or the color swatches, I should say. Maybe I will use this minty one just to kind of tie it to what we have going on downstairs. But I also think I want to use the same rug that I used downstairs up here again, just to see how many different ways I could use it, in which case it might change which swatch I choose. I really like the coloring of this dragon one here, but I don't know if there's a bed that would match it. I guess this one doesn't match, or this one matches pretty well, I should say. Ooh, maybe I should try and find one that works with the deer. I really like that. I kind of like the pinky here. Could do like the white, or that could be a nice color combo maybe. I just think I'm kind of gonna cut off the deer when I place it like this, which is sad because I don't really want to. Or honestly, maybe the griffin one would fit better up here, especially with the orientation I have going with the rug. So I'm gonna do the griffin one with this minty color scheme bed, and I think that's really cute. And then also, I apologize for how much I have said cute in this video. I'm just trying to take in all the objects, and sometimes when I talk I can't come up with adjectives fast enough to give a little bit of variation, so I do apologize for how frequently I've used the word cute. And then also, I think we will add a desk and a dresser up here because I do want to use both those items. So we have this dresser, which honestly it slots pretty perfectly in this window area here. Can I put this on the dresser? No, I'm pretty sure this is like a desk only item. So that's another reason why I want to put the desk in here. Oh wait, I should use the display rack. I don't even know what that would be under. Comfort, activity. Would it be a storage thing? Maybe. Oh, maybe I'll put like a wand case up here. Where is the item that I'm looking for? It's not under dressers. Is it under bookshelves? Why would it be under bookshelves? I actually don't know why I was looking there. Okay, let me just go show all and I'll just do it that way. I'll take out the desk while I'm here. And maybe we could use this little thing as a side table. Okay, yeah, here's the clothing rack. I will put this maybe off in this corner actually. It fits perfectly there. And maybe I'll use that color swatch there. We do have the extra bookshelf here, which I don't know if I'll try and stick that somewhere, but it might be low on space. I want to put the desk like right here, I think, or maybe slightly on an angle. I like that color swatch a lot. And then I don't think I need another fireplace up here. Okay, here's the clothing for this rack. Right there. Maybe I'll go with this swatch. Ooh, I'll use this swatch. I think that works nicely. And then I could even use the mushroom lamp up here if I really wanted, but I might go back downstairs and grab the wall lamps I've been using from Life and Death instead. I don't know what it is about these lights that are just so pretty to me. I'm just gonna dot them all around to make it look extra whimsical. I'll give them the matching side table, I think. And we could put a little lamp on there. If I can find a lamp. Table lamp. Oh, maybe we'll use this little werewolves one with the little crescent moon. I love this item. I think it's so cute. I also feel like we could stick some candles around. Oh, this little acorn guy's cute. Even this moon lamp might be really nice. Okay, let me slot something in just to take up the space, and then we can get more precise with our placement. Do the little acorn and the little moon, and then we'll delete this. That's a lot of light in one spot, but this acorn doesn't even look like an actual light, so I think it's okay. Do this little grumpy looking one. I would like to find the wands that go in this case, but I think that's in debug. Oh yeah, so that does slot to the table, this flower press. Oh, the swatches are so pretty. I'm gonna use this golden one. I think that one's really pretty. And then what else? Ooh, maybe I'll use this lamp from Werewolves that looks like a little flower. Maybe I'll use some of the flower press ones as well. I'm just going to put all the little lighting features. This one's from Businesses and Hobbies that you can make with the pottery wheel. Oh, a little candlestick would be really nice as well. Ooh, I like that it slots to these little lower ones as well, as long as the object is small enough. So that makes me think I need to find something small to tuck on this little bottom bit. Like this. Oh, that's perfect. The wand case, and let me go back to debug and then I'll just sort by realm of magic, so hopefully I can find a wand. I think there's one with like a little star, which feels very much like a fairy wand to me. Yeah, this one. I think that one could be perfect. It makes me think of like a tooth fairy. Oh, I really like this one though. What's this one? That's pretty too. I've never actually really looked at these wands, and all of this debug stuff could fit really well in the Apothecary section as well that I have downstairs. Should I give her a broom? I guess now we're breaching into like spellcaster territory. Ooh, I will use these Realm of Magic pictures though. These are like another thing that I think, or another style of photo that I think could have worked really well in this pack. We'll use this one there. Yeah, I think Realm of Magic and Cottage Living are two packs that would suit this pack very well, especially with like all this like potion stuff. I won't put that in here because once again I'm trying to make it very focused on Enchanted by Nature alone, with just like little touches of other packs here and there, just so we can get a sense of what this pack has and things like that. Oh, this moon mirror would be so perfect, but I don't really have space for it. I'm gonna put another little house plant up here. Maybe, ooh, I'll do this hanging plant from Paranormal. And then I want to put this one on the back of the table there. Maybe like this. Perfect. I can already tell you how much I've been using this little plant. Well, you guys have seen how much I've been using this little plant in this one video alone. I'm gonna use that nonstop. I don't know why, it's so cute to me. This is the other plant I was talking about, that like the smaller one that I use all the time. I guess compared to that one it really isn't that small, but it definitely is cute. And then maybe I'll put the anthurium in here. And I guess a desk chair might be helpful. Maybe I'll use the one without the back for up here. Cute. And then we'll put a little rug. I feel like the life and death rug might look nice in here because I know there's a circular one. And it's also a very intricate rug. Ooh, or even the Realm of Magic one could be really pretty. Where's the life and death one though? There's this one, but I'm looking for the circle version. Oh yeah, this one here. There's some gorgeous swatches on this rug. I think that one works really well actually. I might size it down just by 1. Ooh, or should I do the more patterned ones? Or not more patterned, but more colorful ones. I think I'll do this one just to kind of match the other area a little bit better. Do I need any wall lights over here? Maybe some of those branch ones? Like these ones here? Maybe I'll honestly do them in the like minty variation. I just am unsure about the placement. I think the window goes there. Maybe I'll just do like the one branch there and maybe one on the side here. And maybe I'll put a couple of plants in these corners and then we'll be done for the bedroom. Maybe I'll use the for rent one. And I guess I could use the ones from this pack as well, since they're on the bigger side, but I think it could work for these spaces. I could do that one there. And then this corner feels a little bit empty, so I think I might add that little flower light, lamp light situation. Should I try and fit a fireplace? Probably not. I could do the curtains here. I almost want some like really large curtains to frame the sides of this. Ooh, the businesses and hobbies ones might work if they have a good color scheme. I could use the yellow. Ooh, I kind of like that swatch though. Ooh, I'll use the dark blue. That looks really pretty, I think. This one here. And maybe just one piece of wall art there and then we'll be good. Honestly, maybe I should just use vines though. I could do like this. Yeah, I'm gonna put these vines there and I think that'll be good. Alright, so we have finished the build, which makes it time for the tour. So here's the outside of it. Very whimsical, eclectic, quirky. I really like the shape of the shell and whatnot. And then we have the little side view. I like the little glass portion there. I also like landscaping with these big mushrooms. And then we have the back of the house here. I like the little glass detailing in the roof. I think that's really pretty. And then we have the little side here. And then this is our little landscaping situation. Very finicky with how I had to do it since I didn't have the tool mod to help me. But then we have our little front porch area, which honestly looks really pretty in this time of day. And then we enter through our main door here into our entranceway. We have the little mirror. I like this little shelf situation we have going, and I like my little bookend idea there. And then we've got the mushrooms and the little curtain and our little leaf situation. And then we come in this way and we have the kitchen. I'm not sure why all of my windows are disappearing right now. Same with my doors actually. So let me just pause the tour quickly. Anyways, we have our little kitchen area here. attached to our living room. I really like the color scheme in here. I think it looks very magical. And I really like how the kitchen came out. I think it's super cute. And then we have our little apothecary area. I think this might be my favorite room. I just love how cluttered it is and all the plants and all the little trinkets. And these debug dishes are so fun. I think I'll probably use those a lot. And then we will go over this way into the dining room, which really isn't anything too crazy. It's pretty simple, a very natural looking space, but the light this room gets is so pretty. Also, these windows are from Life and Death, in case you were wondering. They're not from this pack. And we've got the little lanterns. Yeah, I think that's a really cute dining room. And then, oh, I guess I should probably show you the bathroom because I forgot to do that. We have the little shower situation. I really like this mirror with all the plants along it. And our very magical looking toilet. And then we will go on upstairs into the bedroom. Come up the stairs here. Then we have our little fairy lamp there. And this is our bedroom. Super magical and whimsical. I like our little clothing rack. Let's take a look at what it would be like from the bed. Look at that. Wow, what a view. What a view. It's a little hard to see with double the pattern, but unfortunately that's not something I can change. Then we have the little dresser area and our super cozy desk setup. And that is the build. Wow, it looks really skewed right now. Alright everyone, so that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed watching me explore the new pack, and hopefully it gave you insight on whether this pack is for you or not. I think for my typical realistic suburban builds, this is not exactly the pack I would pick, but I do think it has a very lovely charm to it, and it's very fantastical and whimsical, which I do love outside of The Sims as well. So yeah, I hope it helped you. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see some future content, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.